You know what's crazy? Some entrepreneurs spend more time choosing their logo colors. Then they spend checking whether they can legally use their business name. And honestly, that's backwards. Because your logo can change, your branding can evolve. But if your business name gets rejected after you've already built everything around it, that becomes a very expensive mistake. I've seen people buy domains, print business cards, launch websites, even sign clients, only to discover they can't legally register the business name they've been using the entire time. And suddenly, everything has to change. Hi, my name is Bobby Casey. I'm the founder of BusinessAnywhere.io. I'm an international tax lawyer, and for over 20 years, I've been helping entrepreneurs structure their businesses correctly, protect their assets, and avoid mistakes that can slow down growth before the business even gets started. And today we're going to talk about something that sounds simple, but it is actually one of the most important early steps in launching a company: how to carry out an Alabama business entity search. And more importantly, how to do it properly so you don't waste time, money, or momentum later. Now, before we even open the Alabama database, there's something you need to understand first. A business entity search is not just about checking whether your exact business name already exists. That's what most people think, but that's not really the standard state's use. What actually matters, it is whether your name is considered distinguishable. And that changes everything, because two names can look different to you. But legally, the state may still see them as too similar. For example, let's say there's already a company called Southern Peak Consulting LLC, and you want to register Southern Peaks Consulting Group. To a normal person, those might sound different enough, but from the state's perspective, that could absolutely create confusion. And if it creates confusion, your filing can get rejected. Now imagine finding that out after you've already launched your website, built your branding, and started marketing the business. That's why this step matters far more than people realize. Now in Alabama, business entity searches are handled through the Alabama Secretary of State website. And Alabama actually has a slightly different process compared to some other states, which is important to understand. Alabama doesn't just allow you to casually register a name right away without first checking availability. In many cases, the name reservation process itself becomes part of forming the business. So unlike some states where people move quickly through formation, Alabama requires you to pay closer attention to the naming side up front. Now, when you first enter the Alabama Business Search Portal, the mistake most people make is very simple. They type in their exact name, see no exact match, and assume they're safe. That's not enough. You want to search strategically. And what I mean by that? Do you want to break your business name into smaller pieces? Search the main words individually. Search shortened versions. Search plural versions. Search phrases that sound similar. Let's say your business is called Blue River Digital Solutions. You wouldn't just search that exact phrase. You might search Blue River, then Digital Solutions, then simply Blue and maybe even River Solutions. Why? Because you're trying to identify patterns and similarities, not just exact duplicates. And the broader your search, the less likely you are to get blindsided later. Now, once the results appear, this is where patience matters. Don't just glance through the list. Actually study the names. Look at how they're structured. Look at what words repeat. Look at how close they are to your own name. Because sometimes the issue isn't obvious immediately. Sometimes it's phonetic similarity. Sometimes it's word order. Sometimes it's simply that the names create the same commercial impression. And states pay attention to that. Now, another thing you'll notice, is it that businesses in the database have different statuses? Some are active, some are dissolved, some are inactive. And here's where people make another big mistake. They assume inactive means available. Not necessarily. Just because a company is no longer operating doesn't automatically mean the name becomes instantly free to use. There can still be restrictions or waiting periods. So if you see a name that's close to yours, even if it appears inactive, treat that carefully. Because the last thing you want is to move forward assuming you're clear, only to run into problems during filing. Now let's talk about Alabama naming rules for a second, because this is another place where entrepreneurs get tripped up. In Alabama, if you're forming an LLC, your business name needs to include LLC or limited liability company. If it's a corporation, you'll generally need Inc. or corporation. Pretty standard stuff. But then there are restricted words. You can't casually use words like bank, insurance, trust, or certain professional terms unless you meet licensing or regulatory requirements. So even if your name is technically available, that doesn't automatically mean the state will approve it, and that's an important distinction. Now let's zoom out for a second, because honestly, the state database is only one part of the equation. Your business name also needs to work in the real world. And what I mean by that is branding. Because let's say your Alabama business name is available. Great. But what about the domain name? What about Instagram? What about YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, trademark conflicts? Because ideally, you want alignment across everything. You don't want a situation where your legal business name is one thing, but your website has to be slightly different. And your social handles are completely unrelated. That creates friction, and friction makes growth harder. Now, something else people overlook is long-term flexibility. A lot of entrepreneurs choose names that are too narrow. For example, if you call your business something hyper-specific like Alabama Facebook Ads Agency LLC, what happens later if you expand beyond Facebook ads or beyond Alabama? Your brand feels boxed in. So while you're checking availability, also think strategically about future growth. Will this name still make sense 3 or 5 years from now? Because changing names later becomes much harder once customers know you. Once you've confirmed your name is available and compliant, you can move toward reserving or registering it. And Alabama is unique because name reservation is often required before filing the LLC formation itself, which means this isn't just a casual preliminary search, it's directly connected to your formation process. And that's why accuracy matters. Because if your reservation gets rejected, your whole timeline slows down. Now, let me tell you one of the most painful scenarios I see. Someone spends weeks building their business identity. The branding, the website, the marketing, the social media, everything. Then they finally decide to form the company and discover there's a naming conflict. They have 2 terrible options: fight for the name or rebuild the brand. And both are expensive. All because they skipped a proper search at the beginning. So even though a business entity search sounds boring, honestly, it's one of the highest leverage things you can do early on because it prevents problems before they exist. And prevention is always cheaper than correction. Always. If we bring all of this together, an Alabama business entity search is not just a technical requirement. It's part of building your business foundation properly. You want to search broadly. Look for similarities. Understand naming rules. Think about branding, think about future growth, and make sure your business identity works both legally and commercially, because when you get this right early, everything else becomes easier later. And if you want help with this process, whether it's checking name availability, reserving your business name, registering your LLC, or setting everything up correctly from day one, that's exactly what we do. Through our Digital Nomad Kit, we help entrepreneurs with company formation, registered agent services, compliance, bookkeeping, and personalized support to make sure your business is structured the right way from the beginning. You can find more information in the links below. And just remember, the strongest businesses usually aren't built on flashy decisions. They're built on smart foundations. Hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.